What's going on, guys? It's the House of Chayton here. I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, if I'm being perfectly honest, but I was kind of bored. My woman's going to bed for work, and yeah, I just was like, "Fuck it, let's stream for a bit." I only have like probably like what is it, 17% right now on my phone. So again, I don't expect this to be long. Maybe basically until my phone gets probably 2% was when I'll end it. But yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and just discuss random stuff. Um, First off, yeah, today was the day that Dragon went back home. Unfortunately, he forgot something, and so we're gonna have to ship that to him probably next week or so. So yeah, so that was, but he made it home good. So it's all that matters and all that good stuff. So, um, so we're eyeing for next year around wedding time. Although I'm still not like 100% about like certain things regarding the wedding, and what I mean by that is like we have a lot of plans for it. So we're kind of just but the date is confirmed. Location is still pending, and all sorts of stuff. But again, we got most of the like the boxes checked, if you will. But anyway, so I'm trying to think what else. What else? Yeah, the sparring video will be tomorrow. That will be a where me and Dragon sparred. I think it's like 11 minutes, and really the only thing I said in the description that it's the only parts that are modified are the intro that's added to it and the music. But other than that, everything is unedited. Just because it's as authentic as I wanted it to be, because you know it's just us having fun and testing each other out. And I learned a lot about myself from that, and I am learned some things I need to work on. Also, uh, some things that like Dragon learned some things. We just stuff that we were like kind of like we both knew each other's strengths and weaknesses pretty well in that regard. And what do you call it? You know, and like it's the old saying, I'm not afraid to showcase whether I'm like am not the best at one part, because I always look at it this way. Certain things pretty damn good at. So anyway, so I'll be coming up tomorrow around 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm on the verge of hitting. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Ah, still a little sore as well. Luckily, not too banged up. I thought it was going to be worse off than I felt, but it's nice to also know that I could take a hit still. So you know, that's one thing that I'm proud of myself for. And and even regards humility, because there were some things like we talked about after everything. We were like talking about like our strengths are like a Romanov are like like and I'm man enough to admit Dragon had the more. I think Dragon had the more body shots. I had more headshots. He had more takedowns. I had no takedowns. Hey Nick, how you doing? He was very good at countering my attempts. I will give him all the flowers for that. Again, you'll see it in full tomorrow. So, but I just want to give my thoughts on it as unbiased as I can, not like me braggadocious and all that stuff. Um, he had more when we did submissions. He had more submissions than I did. He had 2 on me, which means yes, I did tap out twice. I had the quickest submission though, with I think it was like once we started, it was like 10 seconds. Then he tapped to the body scissors, which y'all saw the preview. So Dragon is a formidable foe. However, and I am satisfied to like here's my thing. This is how I always look at it, right? When me and Dragon were going to do the Spartan Dane, I knew that I was going to be at disadvantage. I felt like striking with him, but I did surprise myself in that one. The grappling, that one I was more 50-50 on. The as far as submission, that one I had more confidence, and I will also say that my submission defense was on point. So was his. He was very, like, for someone who had a lot of limbs easily accessible, he was very good at keeping it away. So that's something that also I like. We learned a lot about it, and I'm looking forward to us doing that maybe again next year, and maybe even the like the main thing is I always look at it this way. Even in defeat, if you push someone to where they have to try a little extra harder in that, to me that's like and underestimate. To me, that's as good as anything, And so, like, what do you call it? I learned that Dragon is not someone nobody should fuck with, and with me, he learned a lot about myself too, and all that stuff. And I learned a lot about myself, and I realized I still have it, even without getting into anything after all these years. Because I've always said I'm not someone who actually fucking tries to go and instigate fights with people. They always come to me, which is funny. I made a joke about this on Money Stream that I should start charging people for if they want to fight me. They have to pay to fight me because all that. Let's see. A real man actually admits when they actually are defeated or they lose something. Can't say the same. Yeah. And that's the thing, Say they start tough guys do, and they'll say people. Yeah. And that's why I always tell people, I want people to underestimate me. By the way, I was giving you your flowers, by the way, regarding our sparring thing, also hyping it up because now people may be a little more interested. But what was I saying? Fuck. Oh yeah. That's the thing. I always tell people this. I want people to underestimate me these days. But also I also go from the idea that I'm almost 31 years old. I'm not someone that is trying to fucking fight 24/7 or want to fight, right? And that's the thing, like, getting too old for this shit. But if motherfuckers still want to try, it's just the fact that I still can throw down like anybody else. But, I really try not to. But I hope you all enjoy that video tomorrow. Now, I mentioned earlier that I'm almost at 300 overall thousand views, or 300,000 overall views. And I'm almost at 290,000 right now. I think I'm close. Like, I'll probably hit that next day or two. And I'm going to be planning something big for January to show my appreciation for all the support, through this year. Because this year, I may even try to do a stream in December as well. But don't hold me to that because I'll be most likely busy. So probably January I'll probably add that to it. But like this year this year alone has been the most successful year for this channel in its entirety. This is even going back to the Hangman Charlie days. You know, if even if the old Hangman Charlie videos were still up, if you count those two and all that, this would still be the most successful year. This year alone, I have been able to accumulate 200,000 overall views. I am pretty confident saying that I'm the only one in our community to have done so this year. In that day, I don't think anybody else can say that. I know some people will try to say regarding maybe shorts, for example, oh, they don't count. I've always said the defining trait or the thing to argue that is the fact that shorts do go to the overall viewership, which means they do count. So my point is that this has been the most successful, even if I don't hit 300,000 this year, but I'm pretty much going to. It's just a matter of time, right? And so I will have something very special planned. I may do another short stream once I hit it because I'm still kind of brainstorming different ideas. I may even put a poll up in my community post, ask people what they want to see. And we'll figure that out then, because I have different ideas, kind of in a way of a what do you call it, in a way of a Jordan, but modify it to make it my own, but also make it, in my opinion, better, like a fan appreciation type thing, like a week. But instead of doing one particular thing, I'll do some of the favorites people like. And just do that for however there, all that. Let's see. Let me read back some comments real quick. Give me a second. Just like people think, or it's just like that, or it's just like, God, I'm tired. I'm still waking up. Literally, I slept most of today. Because I was what do you call it, going to because I only had 2.5 hours of sleep last night because I had to wake up early. So me and who was Dragon get to the airport and all that. So we see. It's just like people that think because they're had a little bit of training that they can whip anybody's ass. That's just delusional thinking. Keep underestimating your opponent, see what happens. I agree. Because I'm not going to sit here and say I can whip everybody's ass. That would be foolish of me to do. What I do know is usually the people that talk the most are usually the ones that will most likely get their ass kicked. And I'm referring to talking tough, whatnot, that type of shit. It's different from oh, you're talking talking shit. Okay, everybody talks shit. My point is okay, saying, oh yeah, I could beat you up. I could beat you up. I could beat you up. Bass motherfucker around. Jesus, what I mean to say. At least you actually get physical with somebody in real life. Can't say something about two individuals that always threaten people and never do shit. Yeah, I agree. Oh, okay, heard, brother. Yeah, I think I just got your first one. Or is it for both? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. Anyway, let's see. Views are views. When somebody say shorts don't count, that's just yeah, and I don't want to call I know a few people that are friends of mine that I don't really think, but I do agree in the sense that if shorts didn't count to the overall viewership, then I would say, okay, fair point. They wouldn't count. But since they do, then that's how you know. They didn't count. It'd be like if you're on TikTok, right? If you're on TikTok and you get a bunch of different, like you get a bunch of views off of that. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna deny. I talk shit, right? I'm not gonna sit here and deny that I do that. I've always said though, I do it to people who deserve it. I don't do it willy nilly. And if, like, for example, I think when I was on Money Stream, you had the drunken waste of space, right? He came in, and I was planning on being cordial. Me and him have no love loss and all that. And I was trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? I was like, okay, we're here, we're just chilling, shooting the shit, whatever, right? That's just how it is. Then he started talking shit, so I just was like, okay, fine. Now, now, which is also funny if I'm being perfectly honest, because of the fact that he, what was it? That not too long ago, he actually sent me a friend request on fucking Facebook, and then tried to talk things out. I'm like thinking, dude, with all the shit you've done, I've given you so many chances. You really think I'm going to want to talk shit out with you? No. I'll be cordial with you. Sure, I'll be cordial with you. But that's about it. That's it. Most likely I'll say, but first let me talk. That's fucking, but yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. But trying to think what else I was gonna say. Oh, so yeah, so I'm going to do something big for once I hit that. We'll see where that goes. That'll be probably, like I said, most likely in January. Um, the plan would be probably some gaming with the devil, some uh some I may bring back open house if it calls for it. I could do a retrospective of this past year in the form of Late Night with the Devil. I could do a retrospective of like more positive and all that. I could do also a solo Outcast special, a Hangman Outcast special. Like just well, I'll bring people in, but like just of me talking. Like I'll be the main because I'll do it by myself without Jordan for that. He could come in, of course. Like anybody could come in, but that would be something else I could possibly do. Um, so there's a plethora of different things. Maybe some old show, maybe an old show that I could bring back for one an exception. Because I have a few of those. Let's see. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I feel you on that. Yeah, I know I have him blocked on fucking. I think I have him blocked on Facebook and PlayStation because, like I said, he basically proved everything that people have said about him and all this other shit. Right when he got all butthurt because I wouldn't play with him with Black Ops 6, right? Because I was fucking, I wanted to play with him, the game and all that, but fucking, I think that weekend that we were supposed to, my girl and I were playing, and with all the shit he said since then, I'm glad I made the decision to play with her instead of whatnot. Like, there's only a few people I really would trust with my woman, like interacting with her on like even privately on a PlayStation day, right? So it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, so that's gonna be the plan for January. I don't I don't know when. Even a week long. I may not do a full week long. I may just do it like, who knows, maybe a month long, where I do like different stuff throughout the month. I don't know. I'm still kind of debating on what like, how, because like I said, I really want to, like, yes, I want to make it my own, but I want to like innovate, because that's just how it is. But yeah, even on Money's stream, he was talking shit about a woman. Then he was referring to a dragon who has said or done nothing to him as a homosexual Asian. It's just like, which is funny also because he said the N word twice later on that stream. So that just proves he's a racist. Which, hey, I agree. I've always said his biggest issue is his paranoia. I'm not the only one who has said that, but it is what it is. As far as that, I don't really have, like, as far as like, I'll probably try to do like a plan for 2026 thing, probably somewhere in there too, in January, because I do have things that like I know probably in November I'm going to be taking, probably November of next year into fucking December. I'm going to take that whole 2 months off. I may film some stuff here and there, but like outside of that, I'll probably wait for January. Because I'm getting married next year, so I'm probably going to focus all my time on that. So I'm just going to tell people, especially closer to the event, that don't ask me to be on streams, don't ask me to do this, don't ask me to do that. I'm just going to. I'll probably still help out Brandon with the photos, like for his thumbnails, because it takes me, like, literally. I think he messaged me early this morning, and I got him a thumbnail within like probably like 5 minutes. So that I could do, and it's only once a week, and that's about it. So, I could do that. But like as far as like anything else, probably, because like, again, I can never, like, I can't take anything he says seriously, because he was the other guy, the ogres, fucking Aaron boy bitch for like fucking how long, the last year or two. Oh yeah, yeah. Now I've now back when I was when because I think Tiffany and I are on good terms right now. Or like the lizard's woman, or ex, I don't even know anymore. Um, I said some shit about her, but that was, I think she was talking. Everything's good now between me and her. I just, as long as she's hopefully as far away from fucking the lizard as humanly possible. But it's just how it is. Like, but yeah, I don't, like I said, I have some ideas for next year for some different stuff. Like I said, like be a late night with the devil recap of this past year. Um, I may bring back open house and fucking keep late night with the devil as a backup if need be, because right now I don't really have anybody that I have issues with that are, like, the drunk is not going to get a part two to for laying out with the devil. He's not getting that. The lizard, I'm like, since I know he's not gonna pop up on my stream, he's not gonna get part two. I'll make shorts and funny things just for shits and giggles. But that's about it. Oh yeah. It's like that punching video I did. I did what was it? That punching video. I did. What do you call it? Yeah, like I saw part of I watched kind of I skimmed through Sloppy Stream at the end. I did see people were talking about possibly doing stuff with Jade's address and all that, and personally with me, I'll talk shit about her because she opened her mouth, but that's really it's really the extent of what I will do because like if anybody like I don't if people are going to go and go further on that, I don't condone it, but it is what it is. It's like if the ogre is still saying um people are like oh family members or whatnot are still being harassed. I'm like nothing to my knowledge, at least not on my end. So I don't not something I after basically making him my bitch on fucking money stream all those weeks ago. Right now I'm just enjoying myself, you know, had a hell of a 2 weeks, and all that other stuff. I can't. I can still talk shit. Like that's one thing. Like it's like I made peace with a few people. Like we had a peace treaty or a peace agreement, ceasefire, whatever you want to call it. And I am going to adhere to that. I'm not going to back. Like I don't even know, even if the peace agreement was broke. There are certain people that if they break it, they break it. I really there's nothing else I could fucking say or do to them. The only reason with the ogre was because, well, there was more dirt on him that could be used, and it was a lot more personal compared to anything else. So it is what it is on that. But one thing I will say, because I've heard some people bring this up about there are similarities between me and the ogre, um, or that we're exactly alike. And again, everybody's entitled to have their opinion. Just adding my retort to it. If you're referring to the pride and ego aspects of our characters, then that is correct. Both very prideful, both very, I guess, ego driven. That is something that I can't disagree with. Now, if you're talking about all the other traits, very, very incorrect. Again, I've never done anything to any woman. I have never done some of the stupid shit that guy's done. I've done some stupid shit, but another thing is I've admitted my flaws and my faults. So there's always an excuse as to everything. You know, it's like the same thing regarding what broke the peace agreement. I gave him the option to reconsider, and he did not. So, because I told him that if that would happen again, it would not be good. So, you know, like I said, the pride and ego thing, correct on that. I will not sit here and say that that's not something we have that's very similar. But everything else about us, very polar opposites. Like I've met the dude in, well, first of all, I don't need to go across the country to get a girl. Just saying. But also I've met him in real life. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think he just say if he ever saw me, then there's still some still would happen, but I really don't think so. It's just like at this point, this is all talk from him. But what was I saying? Oh no, I've seen him in real life. I've interacted with him behind the scenes. He is someone who is always seeking people's approval. He is always someone who needs everything to be about himself offline and online. You know, that's something that, like me, I'm a chill, laid back guy. Like if you're my buddy out, we'll joke around, we'll troll each other or whatnot. But in terms of actual, like what you see on here is only like a more animated version of how I am outside of YouTube. So my whole thing is that like the only person I care about in terms of, yeah, as I said, I gotta be fair. Ego and pride are the only things we have in common. I'm better at keeping my or restraining myself in terms of anger. I let it slip every so often. I'm not going to deny that, but I'm very good at fucking like restraining myself from doing anything further. You know, again, slip ups. I've had slip ups, but like I think the last slip up I had was in 2023. Outside of that, I have not had any. That's what I'm saying, Adam. Like, but I will be transparent. I will be fair here. There is two things I will agree upon that are accurate similarities. But outside of that, there's nothing else. I think Lennon said it best when it came to his analysis of him on, I think it was Money's stream as well. It was either Money's or someone else's. Maybe it was my stream. Yeah, it was Late Night with the Devil, the last one I did. Let me go back and read some comments. I will be ending this soon because my phone's at 7%. But let's see. Let's see. Okay. And I always say, like regarding the Jade stuff, I don't people talk shit about her, don't care because she opened her mouth. That's fair. Just how it is. She shuts her mouth and all that. And it's all good. Again, I haven't heard her talk any more shit, but hey, you open the can of worms. Let's see. He acts like a kindergarten. Yeah. Like even when he was going back and forth with Poseidon regarding something that happened like 10 years ago, like a lot of stuff that people are mad about him go back the last 5 years. It's just something that, I don't know. This is something like, let's see. Also, maybe ogres go over shut her damn mouth that she wouldn't be in the predicament she's in. Uh as she's in, she chose to run her mouth. I agree. I agree with that. Yep. Like my woman can't handle like the shit talking. So that's the thing. Let's see. And again, Ogre is just like his drunk ex-girlfriend. Both talk a lot of trash, but never confront people in real life. You actually do something rough. Exactly. Let's see. You're literally nothing. Let's see. The two fake guys will never admit they're wrong. Yeah. And let's see. Jay looks trans. Hey, if she is, hey, it's 2025. If the ogre likes that, hey, more power to him. Not my cup of tea, but yeah. Not recently, Mia. Like back when you and I were arguing a few months ago, but nothing currently. I haven't seen you say anything. You're good. You're good, Mia. Just I would just say you may need to stay away from fucking Arthur right now. I say his name. Oh, fuck it. Fuck. I'll say it. He's gonna probably make a stream about it anyways. Anyway, people's approval. He's always seeking validation. He just wants to live a life that he's not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is what it is. You know. Let's see. But yeah, regarding all that, like 2026 also like is gonna be it's gonna be a very interesting year, not just in terms of the channel, but my life in general. And so it's gonna suck. Also, I remember I mentioned about taking time off between November and to January. It's gonna suck because Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out a few days after my wedding, and I'm not gonna be streaming it. I could always do gameplay recordings of it and then post it because since I'm gaming, I could just always record it. Like and all that. I could do that, which I may do. Um, but and who knows? Who knows how maybe I'll feel the need after the dust settles to do something. I don't know. It all depends. It all depends. But my plan right now is to take that time off because well, I am gonna be focused on getting married. I need to start talking to people like that are out of town just to see plan stuff in advance. I've already got one person like that being Dragon. I need to talk to a few other people, see when and if they're able to come down here during that period. So, but yeah, that's really I think everything I wanted to talk about. It's been besides the same old stuff like the stuff you see with the lizard and all this other stuff. It's been mostly everything else has been pretty quiet. I'm looking to see what happens with these damn Epstein files. Shit like that. You know, and we'll see what happens there. I wonder who's going to still stand by because I've stated that if anything in those fucking yeah, I agree with you on that. But I've said that if anything damning comes out of that Epstein files regarding Trump, I am openly going to distance myself from everything and openly, like, because I don't fuck around with that shit. I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong regarding certain matters. I do wonder who will do the same if the stuff is damning. If it's just a bunch of hoopla, then it'll just be business as usual. But we shall see. We shall see. But anyway, let me get it to the 40-minute mark. We'll end it there, and then we'll fucking go from there. I do too. Emotional Zombie. Oh yeah, one last thing I'll talk about before I get going. I will be seeing Wicked for Good, and don't know the time, but me and my woman are planning on seeing it on Saturday, so that way I get that ready for Popcorn Panel. The next stream you will see me on, at least as far as I know, will be Popcorn Panel this coming Tuesday. We'll be discussing the masterpiece that is Beau is Afraid. That'll be coming on the channel on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That'll be the Thanksgiving edition. Also, my birthday special, since my birthday is that Sunday. So, yeah. But nonetheless, that will be a lot of fun. And yeah. So before I go, let me thanks the people who popped up in the chat. Slappy, thank you. Motion Zombie, Mia, let's see, Dragon, Adam, Nick. Who else is in here? Anybody else in here? Appreciate everybody for being in chat, especially since it's not too late. Oh, Romanoff. Thank you to Romanoff. Shout out to Romanoff. Yeah. I did. I didn't hate it. I saw it. I think when it came on HBO Max. So I did enjoy it. I didn't hate it like I thought I would. Same thing with K-pop Demon Hunters. I did not hate the movie. I am just, my woman knows this. I hear it every day in my home. It's agonizing. It's almost as agonizing as the Christmas music I hear every day, especially at work. But it is what it is. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate everybody for checking the stream out. Got 14, at one point I had 14 viewers, and I did not share the stream to anybody. I just went live, so that's cool. Anyway, I'm going to get going. And this onesie, yes, I am wearing a onesie. No, I will not show you, but I am wearing a onesie right now because I wanted something a little more compact and where I could just do my business. Nothing wrong with wearing a onesie, you know. In a way, now my woman and I have matching onesies. Well, not matching in design, but matching in double worn onesies. But yeah. But anyway, real men wear onesies, ladies and gentlemen, and real men wear pink. But yeah. Probably when I hit 300 over 1,000 overall views, I will probably do another stream and have an idea of what I'm going to do for January. At least a tentative plan. I'm going to try to commit to it, but I need to figure out what is going to be best for me. Maybe I will probably do it sometime in December. That way I kind of have a better idea of how the January is going to be for me work-wise. So, yeah. But yeah, I do hope we get those tariffs checked soon, hopefully. But if we don't, there's extra money that could be used to buy bullshit, you know. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching, everybody in chat and everybody watching that didn't comment. And yeah, if you have any ideas of what you want me to do in for the appreciation stuff in January, leave a comment. And even I'll probably put a comment or thing to leave a comment there where I can do whatever. And maybe some ideas, some old stuff that y'all want, that maybe y'all remember from the Hangman Charlie days when you were an OG, like for example Adam, that you may want me to do something of that nature. Because some things I'll probably do for the one and only time, at least maybe until I hit 1 million. 300,000 is not like a huge, like I've already hit 250,000 views overall, but 300 due to the fact that this has been the biggest year in terms of growth, viewership wise. I mean, not subscriber wise, but you know, viewership wise has been good. Subscriber wise, it's grown, but not too much. But yeah. Anyway, I'm blabbing on. So let's see. Or title belts and make themselves feel better. Anyway, y'all take care. I'll see y'all next time. Ta-ta for now.